Now that we have generated features from the AlphaScout web UI, let's jump over to a notebook environment integrated within the CWIQ platform, which is the Jupyter Lab. Similar to how we opened the AlphaScout web UI earlier, let's head back to the dashboard page and open a web UI on our instance. Click on the Create New tab, select Jupyter Lab, then click Create. After it's successfully launched, click Open Link to open it in a new tab. So upon opening your Jupyter Lab, you'll see on the File Explorer that you have pre-installed notebooks in your home directory. These notebooks are ready to use and provide a great starting point for your analysis. Open the notebook named basecase.ipynb. This is the baseline you can always return to later with sensible default configurations. Therefore, you don't have to change anything for this baseline case. So from the top menu, choose Run, then Run All Cells. The first run may take a while because it loads and prepares multiple datasets. In the configuration section, the setup uses the extract alpha true beats dataset, combines all columns with equal weights, sets forward logarithmic return 1 day as the target, starts with 100 million USD in gross capital, and spans the 2020 up to 2023 date range. It also loads stock prices, the stock volatility prediction or SVOL dataset, and other relevant inputs such as holidays and the equity universe. You can monitor progress via the table of contents panel on the left. Once the data loads, the notebook performs a quick performance evaluation. It first loads the feature dataset, applies z-score normalization, then optionally applies a feature modifier. SVOL is enabled by default in this base notebook and merges everything using a robust primary key, the CWIQ code, to ensure clean joins. After preparation, it constructs a long-short portfolio using the selected features and target. The notebook also includes a couple of visualizations. Here we see the P and L side by side with the dollars traded, both over time and across sectors. The notebook concludes with a summary of computed metrics showcasing portfolio performance and risk evaluations over time. These insights enable analysts to fine-tune strategies and make informed decisions. This notebook computes key metrics month over month through the selected date range earlier, including profit and loss, or simply the P&L, which measures absolute returns over time, Sharpe ratio, which assesses risk-adjusted performance, return correlation, maximum drawdown, or MDD, which highlights worst-case declines, win rate, which tracks consistency in profitable trades, and finally, the average daily turnover, which kinda measures the transaction costs. After the base notebook finishes, open Evaluate Signal Performance Notebook found on the same directory location. It mirrors base case notebook in structure, but here you can freely adjust configurations and introduce additional features to iterate on the signal. Use this notebook to experiment and refine settings until the portfolio evaluation metrics meet your goals. Let's walk through these widget configurations one by one. First, let's pick a dataset. Open the drop-down and you'll see various options. Let's choose Extract Alpha Estimize, for example. Next, choose the column you want to be included. These columns change depending on the dataset selected. In this example, we can choose either revenue or EPS or both. When we select both, which is the Combine option, these sliders below will appear to let you set the weights for each column. Let's select Combine and leave the slider defaults. Next, adjust gross capital with the slider. This sets the initial investment amount in millions USD. Let's set it to $100 million. Finally, it also lets you set the start and end dates. Let's leave the start date as is, but change the end date to make the date range shorter. Note that when you rerun this cell, the widgets will reset to defaults. Once we're good with the widget configurations, we can just run all the cells below. Just select the very next cell below it, look for Run on the menu bar up top, then click Run Selected Cell and All below. Like the earlier base case notebook, it loads the relevant files, performs pre-processing, merges the datasets, constructs a portfolio, and then runs the evaluation. Scroll down to the bottom to view the constructed portfolio's performance. This process allows you to iterate very quickly. If you'd like to assess other datasets, columns, and target features, you can always go back to the configuration section and go over the same process. For example, we can use the features we generated and exported from the AlphaScout app earlier, which is the AlphaScout features from the TrueBeats dataset, and then rerun all the cells below. You can even go back to the AlphaScout web UI to generate more features and evaluate the performance through this notebook. While you iterate, you can always switch back to the base notebook to compare how the portfolio performs under your chosen configurations. If it helps, split the Jupyter tabs for a side-by-side view so you can see both results simultaneously. Each metric provides insights into portfolio performance and risk. In summary, this notebook is a powerful tool for portfolio simulation and risk analysis. With robust data handling, advanced metrics, visualization capabilities, and robust integration with other CWIQ platforms, it equips financial professionals to navigate complex investment landscapes. Thank you for exploring this notebook with us. A quick reminder about memory management. Be mindful of the specifications of the machine or instance you've spawned, particularly its memory or RAM. Running multiple notebooks simultaneously might lead to performance issues, so shut down any unused notebooks and kernels to free up memory and ensure smooth operations. This is especially important when working with larger datasets or performing resource-intensive tasks.